Hi, Coach Burrows, traveling the coach's basketball road with you. If I could interview the rebound, I think it would say, I'm one of the oldest plays in the game. And I would say to Mr. or Miss Rebound, good point. In 1891, there had to be more rebounds than makes in the very first game because the final score was 1-0. Two 15-minute halves, missed shots must have ruled, turnovers too probably, but a rebound opportunity was happening in the opening moments of the opening game more than anything else. For the first half century, claiming the ball off the peach basket or the rim after a miss was referred to as ball recovered. Like the lonely assist and the long ignored dribble, the rebound had to search for its place in the field as a critical element and statistic of the game. By the late 1940s, box scores in newspapers were occurring, but they were primitive. It's the Stone Age of tracking who recovers the missed shot. Articles might say various balls recovered or misses regained, but the box score did not. This is the first NCAA title game box score, 1940. Very bland. Field goals, free throws, fouls, and that's probably because Naismith's emphasis on he wanted a foul-free game. And then, of course, there are total points. The NBA officially began tracking total rebounds starting in the 1950-51 season. Here is George Mikan's career. See, his first NBA seasons are empty. 48-49, 49-50, plus he had 2 years in the NBL, National Basketball League, before that. Then he goes on to average 14 rebounds starting in the 1950-51 season. So it finally has been given a name. And it's a good one. It's unique. It's one word. It explains itself. But now there's no separating the defensive rebound and the offensive rebound. It's just lumped together as one big pile of a number. Here's Wilt's box score from his famous 100-point game, March 1962. TRB, total rebounds, 25. Box score of the game from 1965, known as Havlicek stole the ball. Russell, TRB, 29 rebounds. Offensive, defensive rebounds were distinguished 1973, unpiling that mound. Here's a box score for Kareem. 5 offensive boards, 14 defensive rebounds, 19 total rebounds. Statistical professionals who loved the game were passionate about the box score being dependable. They covered all the numbers, providing an accurate map to why a team won or the team lost. But who is it, what coach or coaching staff realized the impact rebounds made on the game and stressed it as a fundamental in their program? Who were our early coaching mentors to pass down what is now common coaching knowledge? Defensive rebounds means your unit gets a stop. Offensive rebounds means your unit gets more shots, more possessions. But when did coaches start realizing they needed to know who's getting the rebounds at both ends of the floor? In 1924, Coach Phog Allen, known for having played under James Naismith at Kansas and became the head coach at KU, the Fieldhouse is named for him. Coach Allen, in this book, released in 1924, reveals his practice strategies, emphasizing that recovery of missed shots showed which team is out hustling the other. He did box-out drills, ball recovery of a missed shot, all part of his general coaching philosophy and fundamentals before missed recovery had an actual name, rebound. I think only the most famous of coaches who were asked to write books can be cited, but certainly other high school and college coaches of Coach Allen's era knew about this aspect of the game too. It's that grassroots development of basketball that we've discussed in past episodes, that perpetual game growth. Some coaches, even to this day, just have a bigger platform. Red Auerbach was born in 1917. He's about 7 years old when Allen was promoting attention to rebounding, so he had generations of coaches handing it down to him to forge his belief to control the boards was to control the game. In 1952, Auerbach publishes this book, Basketball for the Player, Fan, and Coach, that has an entire chapter prioritizing rebounds. It is the wise coach who puts a lot of emphasis on offensive rebounding. This is an early directive imprint from the game's highest level, the NBA, for the coaching community to insert into their programs. When he writes this, Auerbach has not drafted Bill Russell, but he will in 4 years. Russell, the definition of controlling the game from the boards, defense, the outlet pass to start the fabled Celtic break. Offense, more possessions, and of course, his blocks. Future episode, Bio of the Block. It's not a stat until 1973. But who is the best rebounder ever? Very subjective question. Oscar Robertson has always said it's either Russell, who had a 51 rebound game, or Wilt, who had a 55 rebound game, both in 1960. Both had a career average of 22 rebounds per game. The player who made it into the Hall of Fame because rebounding was his number one attribute is Dennis Rodman. Rodman was also a great, versatile defender. All-NBA first-team defense 7 times. He could guard positions 1 through 5. But if he averages 2 rebounds a game, no matter how great, how versatile his defense, he does not get into the Naismith. At 6'7", he was not huge by NBA standards like Wilt, Russell, Mikan. He was the first I saw to use a technique of working inside the backboard on offense along the baseline until the shot went up, and he would slam inside of his defender to get inside position for the offensive rebound. He was a second jump player. Quick up, quick down, tip it, back up, back down. Smart, reading the angles. Always in motion during the flight of the ball to attack the rim. Take every rebound opportunity. He averaged 5 offensive rebounds per game. Moses Malone is first in that, 5.1. Rodman, 13 rebounds per game overall. 7 consecutive seasons. He's the NBA leader in rebounds. And he's giving away 3 to 7 inches in height among the top rebounders in history. A statistic called rebound rate, or rebound percentage, measures missed shots and playing time. Who's on the floor? When there's a rebound, who got the rebound? Rodman owns the highest career rebound rate of any player with over 900 games in NBA history, 23.4%. When he was on the floor, 23% of the rebounds belonged to him. Since no other player has combined that much volume with that higher rebound rate, it's his greatest Hall of Fame credential. We have all attended clinics where a parade of great, well-known coaches with big platforms, massive information to share with us in the audience. Usually, I don't recall much without notes. I have to review my notes to remember what was said. However, there is one time a stat was so astounding, it's lived in my head for over 25 years. In the year 2000, I attended a clinic held by Coach Bob Huggins. He was at the University of Cincinnati at the time. This was at their Shoemaker Center where they play their home games. He shared the findings of extensive NCAA research about defensive rebounding. If the defense allows 1 shot, that's a 30% opportunity for the opposition. In other words, they're going to miss 7 out of 10. If you allow 2 shots, you've given them a 60% chance to score. And a 3rd shot, 90%. They will score. Moral of the story, no shots or 1 contested shot. But get the rebound on the first miss. Since that Huggins clinic, I've called it to all of my teams, because it's short and sweet, the 30-60-90 rule. If the rebound had a voice, it would say, when you rebound opponent's first miss, you're going to win. Check out the analytics now. All agree I am an impact metric, not just a side stat. I'm a member of the gold standard triple-double club. It's said that I'm about 80 years old, that I wasn't born until 1950, but it just took that long to get me recognized. I've been around since day one. You can't play this game without me, and you can't win if you don't recognize my importance. Think of it. Me, the rebound, is now baked into how coaches value a player's impact and an overall lineup effectiveness. Rebound concludes, In-depth studies reveal there's a significant synergistic effect between defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds. Their combined influence on winning is profound, meaning a team filled with elite rebounders, creates wins and championships. And you're on the coach's road, where basketball coaches travel along with passionate hoop enthusiasts. Please subscribe. Coach Burrows, over and out.